Hello students, from today I am starting a series of new pattern question paper analysis section wise. This has been suggested by few students in the comment box, so I am doing it. As a first thing, part A, that is MCQ and fill in the blanks, that is for 20 marks. This I am going to do for 4 papers. 1 model paper, 2 Bangalore North paper, 3 Mysore paper, 4 KALBURGI district paper. MCQs I am doing it. After this I will go for 2 mark either chapter wise or from these 4 papers taking important questions. Like this I will do a series of analysis. As much as possible I will cover all the topics. Those who are watching this video or my channel for the first time, please subscribe, press the bell notification icon so that you will get the new updates immediately. Hit the like button if you like the content and if it helps you. Also share it to your friends. Okay, let us start part 1, that is part A. In that part 1 video, MCQs of the model question paper. So this is a model question paper which is available in the PU website. We'll see this. First part in part A is multiple choice question. Name a unipolar device. Unipolar means only one charge, that is FET. This one is a bipolar, that means which has both charge carriers. This has holes as well as electrons. So this becomes bipolar. Unipolar is FET, that is either N channel or P channel. Suppose if they ask FET symbol is this. This is gate, drain, source. This is N channel JFET wherein the carriers are electrons. If you change this arrow mark the other way, that becomes P channel JFET. For faithful amplification, second question. For faithful amplification, the operating point is chosen at. Suppose if this is the output characteristics, roughly I am drawing the output characteristics, and if you take this as the DC load line, if you choose near or at saturation point, a portion or a half portion of the waveform will be clipped off. Similarly, it happens for cutoff also. So, the Q point should always be selected exactly at the center of the active region. So, this is option A, center of the active region. What is the phase shift or difference between input and output of a transistor in CB amplifier? You see, CB and CC will produce 0 degree phase shift. Only CE will produce 180 degree. So the option is 0 degree. Sometimes it can ask even the question option as in phase. 0 degree is in phase only. Next, the fourth question. What happens to the input impedance of an amplifier when voltage series negative feedback is applied? See, a simple way to remember, this is an amplifier, this is the feedback network. So voltage means I am tapping here parallel. Voltage, first word is for output, second word is for input. So it is mentioned as series, it will come like this. And you know, basic thing, parallelly impedance reduces, in series impedance increases. So you could see here it is asked input impedance when voltage series negative feedback. So input impedance is what is happening? Increasing. So if they ask output impedance, you can write it as decreasing. If they ask, it can be asked in other way also, which feedback is applied to increase the input impedance and to decrease the output impedance. That becomes voltage series negative feedback. This is the logic. So from one question, 3 to 4 questions can be framed. Fifth question, virtual ground concept relates voltage at the inverting terminal VA to the voltage at non-inverting terminal VB by the relation. You know, if you take op amp and if you write inverting mode, virtual concept comes only in inverting mode, non-inverting is grounded. Suppose if I write V, VA and VB, VA minus VB should be 0. So that VA is equal to VB. Since VB is at 0, this also will be at 0. So this is the option. Sixth question, mention the output of an integrator if sine wave is given to its input. Basic mathematic thing, you know, integral of sine. Integral of sine will be minus cosine, correct? So negative sign is not asked here. So you can simply write it as cosine wave. Differentiation of sine is also cosine, that will be positive. Integral of sine is minus cosine. Mention the high frequency stability oscillator. High frequency stability is one and only crystal oscillator. That is why it is used in computers, laptops, mobiles, watches, etc. Okay, I think these two questions are repeated. I'll go to the next question. Eighth question. Which layer of the ionosphere is called Kenley Heaviside layer? Kenley Heaviside is F1, F2 is called as Appleton layer. So you can remember this, two questions are over. Here Weinbridge is low frequency oscillator, Colpitts and Hartley are high frequency oscillators, but which gives stability is nothing but crystal oscillator. How many sidebands are present in AM? In AM it is only two sidebands. One is upper sideband, one is lower sideband. If you remember, this is the frequency spectrum of AM. This is FC, VM, this is MA, VC by 2, and this is FC minus FM, FC minus FM maximum. Similarly, this side FC plus FM minimum, and this is FC plus FM maximum. So if it comes bandwidth, I can write 2 FM or 2 FM maximum. This can also be asked as one optional MCQ question. Then the 10th question, a SCR has. SCR is actually a PNPN device. PNPN device. So how many junctions are there? 1, 2, 3. So 3 junctions, there are 2 options. Then how many layers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So option B is the correct answer. Then 11th question. Gray code is used in shaft position as what? Encoder. Shaft position encoder represents the analog data generated by a continuous change in the angular position of the shaft. So next question, logic expression for output of XOR gate is. Usually XOR gate you have been a practice to write like this. This is nothing but A bar B plus A B bar. So check in this option. This is option C. How many timers are present in 8051 microcontroller? It is 2 timers. Size of an integer in C programming is. Integer is what we represent as int. Int takes 2 bytes. Character take 1 byte. Float take 4 bytes. Float is decimal numbers or fractional numbers, points. Fractional means points. Then 8 bits is for double precision. It is asked integer, so it is 2 byte. 15th question, shapes of cell in mobile network operation system is it is hexagonal like honey shape because you are not wasting any space there, so we can avoid as much as possible the non coverage areas. So it will come like this so that it will be having all areas covered. Honeycomb structure we say. This is hexagonal. Okay, part 2, fill in the blanks by choosing appropriate answer from those given in the bracket. You could notice the options are here, 5 fill in the blanks and 5 options. FET has high. Here you might get confused because impedance also looks appropriate, but it should be mentioned input impedance, then the option is correct. Otherwise I cannot choose this option, I have to choose this option. So FET has high switching speed, high input impedance, not only impedance, it is high input impedance. So the better option is switching speed. Application of suitable voltage across the terminals of the transistor is called biasing. CC amplifier is used to match impedance. Here actually the impedance will come. So sometimes we should see if there are two options suitable for one question, you should choose the better one. Process of changing some characteristics of carrier in accordance with, this is a definition, in accordance with instantaneous value of the signal is called actually the modulation. Instead of changing some characteristics, if I mention amplitude, it becomes amplitude modulation. If I change it to frequency, frequency modulation. If I change it to phase, phase modulation. So again here you can expect 3 to 4 questions based on this single definition. Flip-flops are used to store data. This is for the model question paper part A. Next we will see Bangalore North preparatory question paper. Thanks for watching. Next video I'll upload very soon.